Hi everyone, so today I'll be working with Spellbinders' new collection they just released here in July. It's the Stitch for Christmas collection. I have a couple items from it. These items were sent free of charge from my review, and of course all opinions are my own, and any links I have in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. So thanks for using those when you can. These are, I guess, two of the items. This one here is a stitch plate, so it's going to cut an A2 size plate, or cover or topper, however you want to look at that, but the whole card front will be cut out at once with the 5.5 by 4.25 dimensions, and then it has like an argyle pattern. So what's really cool is it has the holes obviously for the stitching, and if you just follow along like the little areas that are embossed, you're going to get a really sweet argyle pattern. Of course, it can be different colors of a thread or however you want to play that one up. I think it's really gorgeous with the little paper piercing also, so I think it's something that will look just really pretty even if you didn't stitch it, right? So we have that guy, and then we have, of course, the Stitched for Christmas, the stitched sweater, and this is so cute. It's such a nice sizable sweater, and then you have just a couple things. So the sweater itself has paper piercing. I suppose if you really wanted to get in there, you can probably stitch some, but I love that it's just a paper piercing, so all we're doing is stitching on this other part here, so it's just a quicker project and looks really cute. It's like 4 3/8 inches tall or deep or however, and then sleeve to sleeve it's almost 5.5, I would say, right? I don't know, yeah, I'm trying to get the width here at this widest part. So we have a really nice sizable sweater die with all that cute little stitch detail, but again it's the paper piercing and then it has these pieces that are cuffs, so you can finish it off with a different color. Of course, we want to make it really nice and fun if you want it to look more like an ugly sweater, right? But you can also just make a sweet, cute sweater. And then we have like accent pieces that are going to sit on top of the sweater to go with that classic or ugly sweater kind of feel. So this one says ho ho ho. This is really cute just as a sentiment if you want to add that to another card. It comes with a die, the circular die that goes around it. Of course, it pops out those areas. It's a quick stitcher. You're just going to go doot, 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 and then doot, doot, doot here, and then the little ho 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 are pierced or punched or embossed really well into the paper there. And then we have, well, I'll talk about those in a minute. We have a snowflake. Again, you can just pop this on different pieces of a card front and stitch it up, and it'll just be like an inlay. That'd be really cute. And then we have like the outer die, so you can definitely just make it a piece that you're going to use to decorate your sweater. Has some detail on there, and then of course the stitching real easy, just going up little branches here. And then this guy, super duper easy. Here's our little tree. It does have some little piercing detail, and then you just, literally stitch here, doot, 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 and there's only 6 little spots, so that one stitches up real quick. And we have bits to help you finish off your project here. So for the little tree, if you wanted to have a little stand, you have a stand, and you have also a star. And then for this one, it's basically an ornament, so you have the ornament topper portion of it. If you want to make it look like an ornament, there you go. So I am going to grab some papers and we are just going to get started. I think this is going to be pretty quick because as far as the stitching is super quick. So I'll be right back. Real quickly, I want to show you, because remember when I made the measurements, I was like, it's almost like 5.5 at the widest part. So this is an A2 standard, size card that we usually use here in the US. That would be 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25. So if you have this on here, it's going to hang off the edges, right? Even in this mode. I just want to show that to you because it's cute. It may not fit in your envelope, I don't know, but I just want to show you that you're going to want to go with like a larger card. And it's kind of funny because when I was thinking about working with this as I was putting it on this board, I thought, oh, that'd be cute if you had 2 sweaters like on a 5x7 card or something. So this is a 5x7 card base, so 5x7. If you're making your own card base, you would do 7x10 and then score it at 5. But this guy, I think, fits on here pretty much just by, well, you can put one here and then like one here. You might cover up one of them quite a bit, but that's really cute. They both would fit on here real nice. But just an idea. What I'm going to do is grab some papers and we'll work on a 5x7 card base and then go from there. I'll be right back. So I just grabbed, actually this card base came from the Make It Merry collection card kit. So 5x7 there, we have that guy. I just grabbed the papers. I have some scrap papers here. What I think I'll do for the A2, I'll go ahead and run the plate through just so you see what that looks like in real life. Well, as in real life as it can be, right? So I'll run that through. This is already a piece of cardstock from one of the card kits that's already 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so it's going to be right inside those lines. But of course, you know, if you want to use your own piece of paper, maybe a little bit larger so that you can just really get that cut for you. But this one's already pretty much there, and then I'll pop it on here just so you can kind of have an idea what that looks like. And then with this guy, I think we'll do the little Christmas tree. And so I'm just going to bring out some of this paper. So maybe the little tree can be like this lighter green, and then I'll stitch it up in a little bit darker. And then maybe the cuffs on the sweater can be green. And the sweater itself, I mean, we can go with anything. Ooh, how about red? Just to make it really stand out. So red, green cuffs, green tree. And I need some little accent colors for like the little tree base and the little star, but we can get that after a bit here. And then just a background paper for this guy. Should we really make it pop? Should we just use white paper? Maybe we'll just use white paper. Have I already cut one of these guys? Yes, I thought I did. I'm going to cut down a piece of white paper just to be inside the 5x7 dimension, so like 4 7/8 by 6 7/8. And then we'll run it through an embossing folder just to get some texture on that. But I'll be right back. What that's going to look like. We're going to run this through an embossing folder. I'll grab one of the new embossing folders, the 3D embossing folders, and just run that through. Red sweater. And then this guy, so we have the stitching and then you have the outer die, so you can definitely layer this, you know, with a different color behind it. Let's say you're not going to stitch it. If you want to put a different color behind it, you're going to see that different color in those little areas where the stitch would have been. So that's another fun, quick way to kind of finish that up if you're running low on time, I don't know. So I'll run that through, and then the cuffs and all that, and I'll be right back. And this one I went with vintage ornaments, you guys. I have to show you. This is so pretty. Look at that. I knew it. I'm just, oh my gosh. Look how gorgeous that is. The deboss. Cute. And this is just, wow. So pretty. Oh my gosh, you guys, I have to show you how cute that is already. And you can definitely see through. I don't know if you can see my hand or maybe the white coming through. So cute. Okay guys, so there are all our pieces. I will say this one is very intricate, right? The sweater. If you need to add like another piece of cardstock for a shim, or like a plastic shim like this one from Spellbinders, just to get a little more pressure in your machine so it goes through every single little bit, because there were some areas where I'll show you, maybe like right here, where you didn't quite see through it because it didn't quite finish, you know, pushing the paper out. It pierced it, but the paper was still kind of there. So if you add an extra shim of paper, when it goes through, it will really push through, and then it's all nice and clean when it comes out, instead of kind of sitting there and trying to clear out whatever areas didn't actually get completely pushed through, okay? So just a tip, if it looks like you're not really getting that effect or you can see through it real well, definitely run it through with like a shim, just to give you that extra thickness. Oh, I was going to say, on the 3D embossing folder, this one, pretty much for a 5x7 card, to grab the folder, it has to go this way because I can't orient this way, right, for it to be like a landscape kind of thing, because obviously it only goes 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, and in this direction I need at least the 6 7/8 like I had mentioned. So I'm going to do it portrait, so the sweater's going to be a little like at a jaunty angle, because that's how it's going to have to be so it fits. But just letting you know, or think about that, have that in mind when working with this other, with that 3D embossing folder. I just realized I need to run this one through. I'll be right back. With the shim, just because I knew it was going to be intricate, and I think that was probably the best thing to do. Look at that. I didn't even try without a shim. And that's really pretty. Again, just a really pretty background, but of course your stitching would just kind of go from here to here, here to here, and you just follow the lines. So I'm not going to glue this one down, because of course if I want to stitch it I would need it to not be stuck down, but just want to show you there. It's a full plate, full front there, pretty. And then this guy, we're going to go ahead and glue it down, and I'll go ahead and glue the cuffs and everything on my sweater. So yeah, so this one again, it's just a little bit smaller than the card base. And then this guy, we can go ahead and just glue down our cuffs. So cute. And I don't believe I have any yet, but if I had like gold thread, or even like maybe some shimmery green thread or whatever, we can definitely go ahead and use that. So that's also decorative. But I'll grab some thread so we can stitch that guy up real quick, but I'll place down the rest of my cuffs and I'll be right back. Our card will be something like this. I might grab some ephemera or some cute things, and maybe a sentiment from the Make It Merry collection. But for right now, I'm just going to stitch this guy up like super quick. So I just grabbed a dark green. In my mind, that's what I was going to be doing. So here we go. Honestly, you don't need that much of this one. And you're going to split it into 2 sections. These have 6 strands, so you want 3 and 3, or if you want all 6, actually for this one, you might be able to do all 6, so you're only going to go that one hole a couple times. Well, 5 or 6 times, right? Now let me open this guy up. And again, I just kind of pull and keep my fingers in a way that keep it separate. Let's thread this needle. And let's see if I can still do this without any kind of help. Sorry, I have it really close to my face here. There it goes. And you can start off with a little knot, or just tape it down. I'll put a little tiny knot, and you can start wherever you like, but I'm going to start at the top of our tree and just, well, you can plan out your pattern. I'm just going to go from right to left, I guess. So again, back up through here. Definitely want to keep your tension so it looks nice. So right now when I let this go, I'm going to make sure that that comes back in a nice way. I'm holding it so it doesn't get loose again, and it'll hold its own tension after a while, but that first stitch. So again, I'm always holding my thread. And what I was trying to say as far as your pattern, like I'm just going from right to left, but if you want to do that first one, then this one, then this next inside one, then the next inside one, then this one, then this one, it'll have a different look the way the thread comes out here at the top. So I'm going super basic, obviously, just going right across, but ooh, hopefully I don't run out. I was like, oh, we don't need that much thread. I'll tell you how long my thread was, because that's like a perfect amount for this one tree, right? Obviously you're going to do several. And let's see if I have just enough. Oh my goodness. I might run out at this last part here. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Okay, so I'm going to bring it back through here. We'll just end it off there, and then I'm going to add another one. So this thread was 18 inches long, almost exactly, which is quite interesting. It was like right on. So I would say probably 20 or 21 inches would give you the right amount of length without being like too tight, or having to work with a small little nub at the end there. Let me thread this. I'll be right back from where we had this guy. You can get some double-sided tape, or you can just make another knot. I'm not super great at making knots once something is like here, so I'll just put a little piece of tape in the way that you won't see it through the hole there. And we can just cut that off. And I was coming through here, coming back up. So I was going to come out of this hole here. Again, you can also put tape on this. I already made a knot. So basically I was going to come through here. So just to keep the pattern the same, I'm going to still come back up here and go down this last hole. There you go. And then we have this piece. And you can just bring it right back up and kind of finish it off up here. We're going to have a lot to hide as far as little knots up here. Hold on. There we go. Just kind of pulling it through there. And I'll probably just put some tape up here at the top. Again, double-sided tape, but just don't rip the back off. Unless you're going to stick the whole thing down, then you can definitely take the carrier off. If you're just going to glue this down like itself, but I'm probably going to use some hot glue, maybe dimensionals, I don't know. Okay, let's get rid of that and just clean this up a little bit so that whatever's back there isn't showing. Obviously you don't want to cut your knots. Alright, so there's our little tree done super quick, and then we're going to decorate it with a couple little bits here. So with this, what I'm going to do is probably run this through some glitter foam. And this is just like maybe a little brown base. I mean, you can also run it through some foam if you'd like, but probably just brown. Or maybe green, huh? I don't know. Because a lot of times those pots, they're dark green, aren't they? I'll be right back. This is the Spellbinders foam. And they have some new colors for Christmas actually coming out. This is just some gold I had in my stash. And I just need this guy. I went ahead and grabbed the ephemera and some other items from the Make It Merry kit. Look how cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and fire up my hot glue gun. I grabbed these pieces because I thought I'd just tuck some little stuff behind here, you know, just something extra. I think those are cute, maybe something like that. And then maybe down here we have our sentiment or however. So just some cute things. So I think with these guys I'll just stick them down. I'll probably go ahead and just stick the sweater down also. So let's put a little glue. Again, where's our little guy? He's just in here. Something like that. Yeah, there we go. And then this glue dries very clear, so I'm really getting around the very edges, but if it comes through the little piercing, that's not the biggest deal. But I will put some like in here, you know, in the areas where it's not, where there's just a nice solid line. You can definitely pop this up. I'm gonna hold it down for a second and turn on my hot glue gun. My glue gun is ready, it looks like. Sorry. Probably should have put a little something under that, but I'll put it over here and get that later. And I'm just gonna put the smallest amount of glue on the very top of my little tree base. And then I'm gonna put a little glue right at the very top here. Just the smallest amount. And get this little cutie on there. Oh my gosh. Let me move this over a little more this way. Try to hold that down in a nice way. Cute. Now again, you can just use dimensionals. I'm gonna go for the hot glue. And you know, try to get rid of those little squigglies that always leaves behind, but I usually don't get rid of those until after I'm done with my project, because once you pull them right now, they're just going to keep making more and more strands, and it's, you know, not great. Okay. Maybe there. And I'm leaving it kind of up, like the thickness that the hot glue gives me, I'm not squishing it down, you know, so I'll just leave it there. I think that's it for the hot glue. And then I'm just going to kind of play around. You know, I brought out some different things, and what I like about stickers like this is they have that clear carrier. You can definitely kind of audition some things, right? Christmas wishes, wrapped in love. I love that this one has warm wishes. You know, maybe put it here. Have some of these guys. I also have the word warm wishes from the sentiment set there. You know, I already put some things here. I was thinking about maybe putting this here. It's a little different. Maybe. We will see. So I will be right back. So let's go ahead with warm wishes over here, and then I'm going to finish it off. And that's a different kind of spot to put that in. Take the carriers off of that, and then, oopsie. We'll finish off with some of the little red rhinestones. So I'll just get this going, take the carriers off like I said, and then stick it down right here. Okay, there's our warm wishes, cute little ephemera bits. And then with these guys, I'm just going to take some of the, you know, I don't know, whichever ones, and pop some like here and there, so we can put some cute bits up here if we wanted. Just kind of in a fun, organic way, like that. And so then on here, something similar. I'm just trying to see where I want to put them. And there's our card. Again, the stitching, I mean, seconds, right? And then you have everything else that you would like to add. Really cute. I love the way it pulls together with the Make It Merry kit there. Thanks for watching, guys. Thank you so much, Spellbinders, for sending these items for review. I will have some images coming up. I'll have links in the description box, and you will definitely see this guy later. But I just want to show you what that looked like just cut out. All right, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you at the next one. Oh, I was going to mention Spellbinders is also having, I believe, like 50% off their previous or past Christmas kind of kits and things like that. So you might want to check that out. I'll link that in the description box also. Bye now.